My name is Dr. Randy Hyde, and I have Amy with me. We are going to talk about physiological basis or deep sleeping with nocturnal enuresis or bedwetting.
Randy, I noticed that some of my children sleep a lot more deeply than some of the others. Is that part of the problem?
It really is. We all naturally have different levels of depth when we sleep. But for enuretic kids, that's the cause for bedwetting, is they sleep so deeply, the brain doesn't pick up the signal from the bladder. It's, hey, it's time to wake up and go to the bathroom. But what happens as a child gets older, their sleep lightens. We all lighten. We sleep less deep as we get older. That's why a lot of kids have a tendency to outgrow bedwetting.
Right.
But you know, that can be pretty late after a lot of emotional damage and psychological damage can be done, because it's hard on a kid.
Very hard.
I was a chief psychologist at an inpatient hospital for children. And a lot of these kids struggled with enuresis. Part of the treatment, not exclusive, but part of the treatment is having a bell pad, an alarm pad, where if a child were to wet, a 100 decibel alarm would go off. Now what's interesting about this is one night I was walking down the hall, 11 o'clock at night, and just trying to be quiet so I wouldn't wake anyone up, and one of these pads went off. 100 decibels. Man, you had to peel me off the ceiling. I'm like, ah! I was freaking out. This kid slept through that alarm. As I have treated enuresis, I have noticed the majority of kids never wake up with a 100 decibel alarm. In fact, those pads aren't made for the child. They're made for the parent to help with the child. But we can get into that more as we talk about treatment.